Yo, what's up, guys? It is Smilez, and we are continuing with 12 ways that I found peace and happiness. Happiness and peace. I think it's happiness and peace. My road to enlightenment. We are on chapter 2, the outside. So, this is dealing with other people outside of yourself. To do a quick review, part 1 was letting go of what we were taught and starting to explore. Again, we're taught so many things when we're growing up. We're domesticated to fit into society, and a lot of times the things we were taught aren't necessarily good for us, and we're not truly being ourselves. Number 2, stop creating your own suffering. Because of the things that we were taught, we start to create our own suffering. Oh, I was taught that I have to be married with children by the time I'm 30, 35, and I'm 30, 35 this year. What am I going to do? People are going to have stuff to say about me. Those rules are not real. They're just created to create some false narrative about what we're supposed to do with our lives, and they're not real. They're not real. Stop creating your own suffering. Last time we talked about being honest. Tell people how you feel. Really how you feel. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't string them along. Tell them how you feel and be completely honest about it. You don't have to be rude like, me, but, be completely honest about it. And some people might be upset. They'll get over it. And then some people might be fine with it because they're not taking it personal. It's about you. It's about you. So this is very dear to my heart. This next one, we are on part 4. Part 4 is stop waiting on people to support you. Mm, 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 mm. And you're like, what? But I need support. I need my friends and family support. Especially when we're artists, because I am an artist. I create music, I make YouTube videos, and I write and this and that. And yes, you do need people to consume your art. They consume it by supporting it, by listening to it, liking it, sharing it, um, watching, giving you feedback, stuff like that. But what we have to do when I say stop waiting on people to support you is stop expecting people. That's what I should change it to. Let's change it to stop expecting people to support you. Because a lot of times, if you look at the music industry, you know, people like Cardi B and Rihanna, Beyonce, they have stans. They have people that are like diehard stans that defend them. Anytime you say something about them, these stans are defending them. Some of them are getting very upset. They spend so much money supporting them. Let me tell you, I'm part of the Navy, then part of the Rihanna Navy, and I'm part of Cardi's Barty gang. I ain't the crazy side of it, but every time Rihanna comes out with something and I can support it, I will support it. Now, I will wait till it goes on sale. Sure do, because I got a bunch of shoes and I got them a few years after they were released, and I got them a lot cheaper. But I had to get them because it's my girl. So, and I wait on my Fenty Skin to come in so I can try that out. Which because Rihanna, she puts out quality stuff. But continue on what we're talking about. And these people, but that proves my point is like Rihanna and Cardi are strangers to me. Like they see me on the street, they ain't gonna know who I am. They're probably not even gonna know that I'm a fan of theirs unless I say something to them. And people will support their favorite sports team, they'll support their favorite actors and their favorite musicians before they support people on their friends list, before they support their friends. It's quite interesting. Um, and I have dealt with situations, and I used to get very upset because I had a YouTube channel a long time ago. And when I picked it back up, and I started to do things consistently, I, would send them out to my friends. And, I'm expecting my friends to repost them on their page and give me feedback and watch my clips and stuff like that. You know, comment. And I wasn't getting that. And one of my friends definitely does it all the time. He always watches all my stuff. A lot of times he's there when I film it. He helps me film. Um, he always reposted, and I have another one of my friends does it also. But like my close friends, they don't repost them, they don't comment. Come to find out, they don't even watch them or listen to my podcast and stuff like that. And I used to get very upset about it. It's still very irritating, but I used to get kind of upset. Like, dang, shouldn't you want to support my dreams? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just had to learn that, unfortunately, we're still friends. It's no beef or nothing, but fuck them. You got to do your own thing. And if your friends aren't going to support you, then you got to find people that are going to support you. And people are watching your social media. People are watching your social media. They're watching what you do. And I commented, I had posted a video of me going to get a coronavirus test. I did it on YouTube, and somebody had commented about me driving or something because I haven't had a car in like 4.5 years. And I was like, "Oh, you watched my video?" They was like, "Yeah, I watched your video. I just don't broadcast it." And I thought it was, and I was kind of surprised. I'm like, "Wow, And I'm monetizing stuff on YouTube, so people are watching it. But I just expected it to be a bunch of strangers that were watching it. But I'm like, dang, somebody really is watching my video, and they might not, repost it and stuff, but they're looking to see what I'm doing and they're supporting my stuff. And that's really all I ask. Because I get some people have a certain following on their social media, and they might not want to post certain things because I might be, you don't know what I be talking about. I'm talking about some stuff that they just might not be interested in. I be cursing and going on. So, and I get that, but I would be like really upset that you're like, dang, you're not even watching or listening to what I'm doing. And I would get really upset about it, but I had to be like, you know what? You can't expect people to support you. You can't expect them to go the extra mile for you, because some people just don't care. And yeah, y'all could be really good friends, y'all can go out and have a good time, or y'all can talk about personal things going on in your life. Y'all can do all of that, but for whatever reason, that's not a priority in their life. Do I think it's messed up? Yes, personally I think it's messed up, but then I also have to realize, oh well, it's just how the cookie crumbles, because though I do podcasts, I don't listen to podcasts. I have a friend that does it, an associate of mine that does it, and I do listen to theirs. Um, but I'm not a podcast guy. I'm a music guy. I like listening to music. I do watch a lot of stuff on YouTube and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm not a podcast guy, so I get it. But if one of my friends or something did have a podcast, I would at least listen to a couple episodes. It might not be the same week or something, but I would listen to support them because that's just who I am. So we have to get out of our feelings and stop feeling like everybody should support us. First of all, y'all know people be lying. People be lying. They be like, support black businesses, support black businesses. That's been a big thing this year. And it's like, I made a post when I was promoting my podcast one time. I'm like, oh, y'all supporting black businesses, right? Check out my podcast. Check out my YouTube, because this is a black owned business. I bought all this equipment. I'm recording it myself, putting it out myself. This is a black owned business. Make sure you support this black business. People just be lying. Yeah, and people say a lot of stuff on social media just to get attention or to be a part of whatever craze is going on. So you just gotta not take it personal, because people just don't care. They have their own life going on, and some people just don't care about podcasts. They don't care about what you're talking about, even though it might be beneficial to them. They don't care. So you just gotta do what you have to do to promote and push your work and push your art. And that's what I did. So I'm like, okay, I can't depend on these people to promote my stuff for me. So I got to do it myself. You have to realize that a lot of times you are the only one. You're the only one rooting for yourself. And you're probably like, no, I got people rooting for me. Yeah, I know I have people rooting for me. I know that my dad he's listened to a couple podcasts and he supports my podcast, and I have other people that support it. But once you get in the mindset that you are the only one rooting for yourself, and that if you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it, then that will help you get a lot further. You get what I'm saying? It's like if you jump off of a mountain, right? You're gonna have a parachute, right? Even if they tell you, oh, we have this net that's gonna catch you, but you can still put this parachute on, right? You want to still protect yourself. You want to put on that parachute because you never know if that net you can't see. You don't see a net. Nets are kind of thin. Sometimes you can't see them. You don't know if that net's down there. You don't know if that net is done, hooked up correctly. Let me protect myself. Same thing. You could drive, right? You're gonna drive safe, but other people, you can't trust other people to drive safe. So let me put on my seatbelt, make sure I'm paying attention, and do everything I can do just in case something does happen. I'm going to be safe because especially in Atlanta, people can't drive. There's an accident every day. It's accidents when it rains, accidents when it's sunny, it's accidents in the snow, especially. It's accidents all the time because people can't drive. So you have to protect yourself. You have to promote yourself. And once you start promoting yourself, then you will start to see success. That's exactly what I did, because a lot of my friends don't look at my YouTube, don't listen to my podcast. But yet, I was able to get to over 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube. Found a way to do it. It's like, let me, find this type of content. Let me try this. Let me try that. And it worked. And now I'm monetized. And, I've been able to figure out, what can I talk about on my podcast that can get people's attention, that will have staying power, that will still be relevant a year from now. Oh, let me talk about my journey to enlightenment. Let me talk about my journey to finding peace in my heart. Now, this is something I feel that can grow. Because even if people don't watch it this week, they, or listen to it this week, they might listen to it a couple weeks from now. They might see me post, like, oh, you know what, I'm going through something. Let me check this out, see what he's talking about. You have to figure out how to promote yourself. You have to figure out how to be your own brand, your own promoter, your own cheerleader. And trust, there's always going to be people that are watching and that are cheering you on from the sidelines or from behind the curtain that you don't know are there. But if you are pushing yourself and you're making yourself the first priority, and whatever your art is or your work is, you're going to start to see success and you're going to feel a lot better about it. And then the other people, whether it's your friends or your family that you expected to support you, that did not support you, they'll catch on. They'll just catch on later. And they'll realize what they'll be missing. And they'll probably feel a certain type of way, but you can't depend on them. Because if you depend on them or expect them to do it, then you're going to be upset. You're going to be creating your own suffering. Because now you're going to feel some type of way. You're going to take it personal. You're going to feel some type of way. And then once you do see them, who knows? Maybe you'll mention it. Oh, I haven't listened to it. How is it? Maybe you'll get an attitude, and maybe now you're gonna, because we talked about telling people how you feel. You're gonna tell them how you feel, and you might be doing it with an attitude. Now that brings me back to this. In the past, I sent a group text out saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing this YouTube page. I would love for you to support it. At least, watch them. Posted on. I sent a group text out saying that. That was me telling them how I feel. And at some point, I just had to be like, you know what? I ain't sending them no group text about my post every time I post it. For what? They're not even looking at it. They should be subscribed, so they should get a notification, but they're not even looking at it. So, whatever. I just said I'm gonna stop doing it because I'm doing something that people are not even paying attention to. So I just said I'm going to still put it out on my Facebook and this, that, and the third. And those supporters or those people they'll go listen to it. So I just had to go around them. And eventually they might catch on. Guess what? They might not catch on. And if they don't catch on, it's okay. It is absolutely okay. Another thing that we were taught that friends have to do certain things. They're supposed to do certain things. That's a part of our domestication process when we were growing up. Friends should do this. Some people were taught that, oh, if you get in a fight, your friend supposed to jump in. Nah, that ain't gonna work for me, bro. What y'all fighting about? Oh, they stepped on your shoe, so y'all about to fight and possibly get a charge. You know what I'm saying? Things don't make sense. So we were taught that, oh, if you're my friend, you're supposed to support everything I do. Sometimes they don't care about that stuff that you're doing, or sometimes what you're doing is not along with their brand or not along with what they want to promote. So you have to realize people have their own life. They have their own life, and some people just aren't interested, and that's okay if they're not interested. That is absolutely okay, and we have to be able to accept that and keep it moving, and then eventually, again, they might catch on. Be your own cheerleader. Stop expecting people to support you. Stop expecting your family to support you. Stop expecting your friends to support you. Because if I expected I think I got like 20 something thousand, I don't know, followers on Instagram. If I expected all those people to support me, I'd be upset. Because I should be at 20 something thousand subscribers on YouTube. My podcast should be at 20 something thousand. I would be upset. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those people were following me when I was taking a bunch of shirtless pics and stuff. So if I ain't shirtless and naked, they don't care. They do not care. They don't care. So that's why I'm going to continue to be my own cheerleader and do what I have to do to promote my art. And everybody else will just have to catch up. They will have to catch up. Now, again, I talked about being honest, telling people how you feel. And I would say if you are an artist or whatever you're doing and you don't feel like you're getting support from your friends, like I said, I send out a group text for my friends. So talk to them. Say, hey, I'm doing this. Have you been able to check it out? Or, mention it. That's all I think you should do. Mention it. If, they say they're interested, send it to them or refer them to whatever site or whatever. And if they do it, great. If they don't support, oh well. You did what you had to do, and that's all you can do. You can't worry about other people outside yourself all the time. That's all I got. I ain't got no more. Stop expecting people to support you. Stop expecting your family to support you. Stop expecting your friends to support you. In my opinion, yeah, I think they should, but who am I to tell people what to do with their time? I can't. Y'all make sure you check out my YouTube, Eugene Smilez. Social media is Eugene Smilez on everything. And make sure you come back. We have 2 more sections in this chapter. And you will have the complete book on how to find happiness and peace. Your road to enlightenment. I'll see you next time.